Hello, hello, hello. I don't know if anybody's here yet. I don't think they are. I'm hoping the name change didn't mess everybody up. Let's see. Make sure my volume's down up here. All right, let me give this just a few minutes. I should. Let's see. All right. Put a post out there basically saying formally homestead where you are, just in case people are thrown off by the name change. But either way, I'm not exactly sure if I am going to be sticking with that exact name, trying to hone in on it, do it a bit of a rebranding. I'm kind of, I don't like feeling like I need to post mostly homestead type videos. So I just want to kind of change the name, change the branding a little bit to encompass a little bit more of everything. So we'll see what happens. So anyway, for today's topic, I'm gonna, let's see, let's bring this up. There we go. Let's take this background off so it's not so busy. All right, so I just want to talk a little bit about my budget for 2023, how we did, a little bit about how it works, how I do things, and then we'll go into setting up for 2024. Let's see. All right, so my husband draws Social Security, and his check goes directly into the bank for bills. I only work part-time, so I make about $1,400 a month, and 800 of that also goes into the bank towards bills, and that's just the normal everyday, house payment, electric, water, propane, telephone, trash, just the normal bills. So then out of my 1,400 a month, we literally have a couple of envelopes. We put $20 a month into a envelope for when we need to have the septic pumped. We put $40 a month into the car envelope for when we need to tag vehicles, because we have 4 of them. And then we put $40 a month into a wood envelope that is for buying cords of wood for the next year. And that leaves $500 a month. Now that $500 a month goes for, all of the things that you can't list. A headlight goes out on the car and you need to replace a bulb, or, just anything around the house. Things come up all the time that we need to, prepare for. That's putting gas in vehicles. That's everything. And then at the end of the month, if there's anything left from that, then we will add to some of the other envelopes because it's usually not enough, or put it into savings. So that's how we do it. I also make tips because I am a delivery driver, and we use my tips to go towards. I buy chicken feed, finding jars or lids or canning supplies, anything like that. If we're going to buy any clothes, personal items, holidays, somebody's birthday's coming up, anything like that. My YouTube programs and subscriptions, but things like my StreamYard or my editing software, TubeBuddy. It's any of that kind of stuff. And then anything else that comes up, even if we decide we want to eat out, those types of things usually come from my tips. So just an idea how it works for us. These are the spreadsheets that I use. This is just a blank generic one. This is for starting out January. We had $99.87 left over from last month that goes in there to give us more to spend. This is the way that I lay it out. So, for instance, and this is not an actual receipt. This is just to show you how it works. Put in the name and the date. Shows what I spent out of pocket and what my savings was. And anything that's in these dark gray like this, or these here, those are all auto-calculated. So I don't fill in those amounts. But then it'll give me my percentage up here, and then it subtracts throughout the month to let me know where we are at the end of the month. Now, I have these in here already because we do take part in some of the food bank programs. This one is a senior brown bag program that my husband and my sister-in-law both get. I just have them filled in right here. When it comes time, for that date, then I will move those up to where they belong because I usually do them in chronological order. So I will move those up. And then also from April through October, there is also a produce program, which all three of us participate in. It is actually twice a month. And you'll see it shows we pay for the senior brown bag one, it is $3 a month. For the produce program, it's $4 every time we go. And it's almost always $30 to $31 worth of stuff. I usually try and figure it up each time, so I will change those numbers as they happen. But this just gives me, an idea, basically not to forget to put those in. So this is going to show, I try and show for the whole year a running total. Right now it's still going to show all of these senior programs that we participate in. So it's showing how much worth of food and how much we paid and what we saved. So this is huge. Those programs help a whole lot. This is an idea of how we save so much money, why our savings is usually so high. We do things like Grocery Outlet is our favorite store. So like these regular $5.62, and you take $3 off of that. So we paid $2.62 for this package of chicken. Same thing with these wings. They were $3 off. These hamburger patties, which were 10 for 10, and you take $6 off, so we pay $4, and it's 2 pounds, so you can't beat $2 a pound. We also buy bulk when we can. You'll see that those hamburger patties, we bought 3 of those packages. This over here is where I bought 25 pounds of ground beef and made my own hamburger patties. These over here are too small. I like to use those for sliders or Salisbury steak, something like that, because they are too small for hamburgers. So I make my own patties for the hamburgers. I also repackage, like when we buy 25, 30 pounds at a time, into 1 pound packages and put those in the freezer. This is an example of the, see, this one is a brown, these are brown bag, the senior brown bag that I was talking about, where we pay $3 and we get, this was 1 month, we get all of that for the $3. This over here was another month where we get all of that for $3. And then this is, and then, actually, I think I got some of that kind of backwards. I also do, of course, gardening and do some canning. This is stewing some tomatoes for my own tomato sauce. So anyway, we're going to go on to last year, see how we did, how it all kind of adds up. You'll see my normal monthly budget for groceries. And then when I say groceries, that is groceries, it is household items such as toilet paper, laundry soap, things like that. It is also kind of our, hygiene items, shampoos and conditioners, deodorants, things like that. And you'll notice there's not a whole lot of the personal hygiene items and household items on these, and that's because I used to do some couponing. And to be honest with you, I hadn't done it in almost 2 years, but we are just now starting to run low on the laundry soaps and things like that, so I'm actually starting again. So you're going to start to see some of that in my videos. This was the month of January. You'll see we spent $472.52. But the starting value of this stuff was $13.94. So we saved $720 for savings of 52%. And then we had $135 left over to go into the next month. This is for February. And again, we spent the starting value was $941. We spent $433, savings of 54%. Now you'll notice things like, I'm going to go into March here. During this month is when my husband had open heart bypass surgery. And we had a $250 deductible that we had to pay at the hospital. So we took that out of this fund. And also we didn't really do a whole lot of shopping because, he wasn't in any shape to go anywhere and I needed to be at home to care for him as much as possible. So, there's not a lot going on. You'll see that not much in the savings department because when I did go to the store, it was to run up and grab milk and bread or something like that because we weren't doing much shopping during that month. And then you'll see in April, we still kept it at $300 because, with all the extra expenses after his surgery, we were trying to be careful. So anyway, I'm not going to go through every single month. You'll see Some months we do better than others. Some months we do more shopping than others. There's one month, see, like this one, we got it all the way down to we only had like $19 left. You'll also see on this one, we have a negative balance here. And what usually happens is if we run into a good deal, something that we just can't pass up, we will go ahead and take the money out of the savings or something like that and get what we need to get. And then the next month, when we allot for our groceries, we will put that back to whichever fund we took it out of. So anyway, it's all kind of the same month after month after month. November, December. Oh, you will see November. We actually had a surplus of about $300, and we took that out and we used it to go towards Christmas. So then when you get down to the end of the year, we spent $4,563 on groceries, and our savings was over $5,000 for a savings of 51%. So when you look at that, I mean, the regular price, if we had gone to the store and just went shopping like normal people do, we would have paid close to $10,000 for the stuff that we bought. And it's because we shop the way that we do that I'm also able to keep a little bit of a stockpile. My freezers are full. My pantries are pretty well full at any given time. So when things happen, like my husband's sudden, unexpected surgery, we don't have to go grocery shopping. We can make it for a little while on what we have in reserve. There we go. So anyway, that is how our budget works. Still not really getting anybody in here. I think I picked a bad time. I don't know. Someday I'll get the timing right on when to do these lives. Just not getting it figured out yet. But anyway, as far as the name change goes, I'm working on that. I'm still not sure I'm going to stick with what I have on there. I was trying to find something that's kind of like sort of like Nessa's Nook, but I couldn't really figure out something that went good with the J's, except for, Jungle or Junction or Journey or something like that. So anyway, I'm still not sold, but I wanted a name that was going to be more encompassing, all encompassing of any type of video that I want to put out there. So that was the idea. But anyway, and I guess if I'm not going to get anybody else coming on here, like I said, I'm pretty sure I picked a bad time. I'm not going to stay on here talking to myself. Shows that there is somebody waiting there, but I don't know. Somebody's lingering. But anyway, like I said, if nobody's gonna, I see a couple of people starting to pop in, so maybe something else just finished up. I don't know. And like I said, I'm assuming changing the name probably threw some people off if they were looking, and saw the name pop up, and they were, probably like, who the heck is this? So I'm sure that messed some people up. So anyway, I'm not going to sit on here like babbling to myself. Next week, I am going to be doing a video on couponing at Dollar General, if anybody is interested in tuning in for that. And then in the next few weeks, I am going to try and do my monetization giveaway. So I have that in the works. So anyway, just some things coming up. I'm also going to be working on some videos. I'm not saying that I'm not going to do canning and gardening and all that kind of stuff. I'm just saying that I want to have the ability to have more variety. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call it here since nobody's popping on. And I guess I'll see you guys next time.